Hey fam, and welcome back. I am your favorite life and relationship strategist, MarshaunO, and today I want to talk to you guys about the 3 ways that you may be blocking the intimacy within your relationship or within your marriage. A lot of us are really dying and hoping and wishing and craving and grasping at and for the connection within our relationships, within our marriages. And I am here today to give you 3 ways that you might be blocking that very intimacy that you seek. See, it's the things that I'm going to bring up today is things that you didn't necessarily think about. It's not something that you probably heard before, but that is why I'm here. I'm here to educate, but also, as I always say, I'm here to talk to myself as well, because I'm here giving you the information, but I'm also receiving the very information that I am giving to you. And so I actually I went to a book club meeting this weekend, and we actually discussed my book, but I really wanted to mention some of the things that I heard in there, which was one young lady was in there and she was saying how we briefly went over the 5 love languages, and she was saying how she was in a relationship and she was like, oh, just touch me, touch me, touch me. Like her language is physical touch. And so the guy that she was dating, she's and just being honest, all right. She said that she would walk around sometimes butt booty naked just to see what would happen, and literally nothing would happen with him, with her. And I know some of you guys probably out there like, what? Wait a minute, she was walking around naked? And yeah, she was walking around butt booty naked, and he still wasn't touching her, not even trying to come for it. Forget the touching part, right? He wasn't even trying to come for it. And so she just had really decided, and she was like, you know what? This ain't for me, because she's missing that intimate portion for herself, and that intimate portion for her is being touched, is being held, is being cuddled. Of course sex goes into that, but it's all of the things that lead up to sex for her specifically. And so I want you to think about the things that could be disconnecting you from being intimate with your partner. And intimacy can involve sex, but it's not only sexual. It is the touching, it's the kissing, it's the holding hands, it's the cuddling, it's the long deep conversations, it's the just allow me into your world and allowing your spouse into your world. And so I want to go ahead and jump right into it, because the very first thing that you could be doing to block the intimacy within your relationship is having all of those questions that appear in our heads at times. And because you're dwelling on these thoughts, you're not in the present tense. And specifically what I'm talking about is those questions or thoughts that start with if. Like, what if this would happen? What if that would happen? What if I said this? What if he did that? What if she did that? What if we had a child and the child was X? What if I had to deal with the death? It's a lot of those what if questions. And we don't necessarily think that this is something that could just really get into our systems and get into our pores and get into our very being. But a lot of times we hold on to this very thing, disconnecting us from our very spouses, our very partners that are presently in our space, because you're dwelling on the what if. What if this happened? What if he said this? What if she said that? What if I do this? Oh man, I didn't do that. So what if he says this? Oh man, I know I wasn't supposed to buy that. So what if this you're all in the what if. Which brings me to point number 2, because after you go through the what if stage, then you come into the stage where you're preparing for an argument to ensue. And because you're preparing for this argument to ensue, you're not in the present moment. You are literally waiting for the argument to happen. So before you got home, or before you got into the space with your spouse once again, you already have the argument prepared. You already have, literally, you come out like a lawyer. You are the defense attorney. You are about to come out and be like, listen, this, and that, and you did this, and that, and that's why I did this, and that. And you are preparing for the argument to happen. And so because you're preparing for the argument to happen, because you was thinking about all of these what ifs scenarios, you're losing the connection, because basically you just waiting. Your defenses are up. He got one thing to say, she got one thing to say, and I'm about to run down all these things. I'm about to read her rights. I'm about to put her in her place. I'm about to let her know how nasty I can actually be, which does not help the connection at all. Does it? I mean, you can let me know. I could be wrong. Let me know. Does that help the intimacy? Nah, I didn't think so. You're blocking your intimacy when you're going down that path of preparing an argument. Like, listen. So let's take it all the way to an example where you really understand what I'm talking about. Like, say for instance, we get into these arguments with our spouses. Excuse me, let me back up. Sometimes you'll get into an argument with your coworker, right? And then later on, you've been thinking like, dang, I should have said that. I should have said this. I should have said that. Should have said this. And so what you're doing is, because you missed your opportunity, you couldn't give them the backlash that you wanted to give them right then and there. Now you have prepared and you are waiting for them to pop off another time. And guess what? Most of the time, I don't know about y'all, but for me, anytime I do one of these preparation popping offs, the thing never happens. And I'm like, listen, I was ready to read you your doggone rights. And so just like you do it with a coworker, you're preparing that same type of argument with your spouse. You are just waiting for him. You are just waiting for her to say one thing so you can read them their rights. Right? I know I'm not the only one. I know that I'm not the only one that do this, because I'm preparing for a fight. I'm preparing to make me look right. I'm preparing to make you look wrong. I'm preparing for you to give me I'm sorry, whether I deserve the I'm sorry or not. I'm preparing for you to relinquish first. The next thing, and the final thing, is you are assuming that you already know what your spouse, what your partner is going to say, how they're going to respond, how they're going to react. You're actually thinking, like, what is he thinking about? What is she thinking about? Why is he irritated? Why is she irritated? And you got all of this stuff in your mind, and you holding on to all of this stuff, and you ready. Because you're assuming, you think that you know why they're irritated, why they are disinterested, why they just decided not to say anything to you for whatever reason. Maybe you ask them a question, they're in their own world, but you don't know that they're in their own world. You think that they're ignoring you. And so that assumption can kill the connection every time. Please let me know, have any of these resonated with you? Have you done any of these? And how do you prepare to stop doing any of these? What is a new practice that you can actually do to stop unintentionally blocking the intimate connection with your spouse? Please let me know down in the comment section below. I will talk to you guys very soon. Again, this is MarshaunO, your favorite life and relationship strategist, signing off. See you guys later. Deuces.